Okay, before I lay the runes, Aries, I have to say this. Some of you have been vacationing a lot, and vacation time is over, and it's time now to like come back to reality. One, that's for some of you. Two, some of you are afraid to move, emotionally and physically in location for relationships or jobs that really make you feel complete. I was feeling kind of dehydrated when I started to do your reading, and I just drank a giant glass of water. So I would also say, Aries, to make sure you're hydrating yourself, especially if you've been enjoying yourself on vacation and partying, or not even just partying, but just ingesting more, like alcohol or staying out in the sun a lot. Okay, make sure you're hydrated. Some of you are finally getting clear on the relationships in your life and how you have maybe not been letting love flow into your relationships. For those of you that have been thinking about moving, that have been holding yourself back from moving, it is literally your dream come true to move. And Spirit is encouraging you to take that opportunity, because wherever you want to go at a distance, there's either somebody there waiting for you, or there's a better partnership, there's a better friendship, there's a better job offer. There's something there that is waiting for you. And keeping yourself elsewhere, wherever that is not serving you. And at the end of the month, you're still going to be feeling kind of pressured and burdened by make this decision, because you can't make it right away. I think that you'll move by August. Okay? Yeah, a lot of you are traveling somewhere far. And let's say this even could be like you wanted to take a long trip. Like you wanted to maybe work remotely on your job and uproot yourself for the next 4 to 6 months or something like that, like some type of long journey. I'm getting an energy that is not stagnant at all. Like, I think that you and your physical body, Aries, is very, very active this month. And the only thing that is holding you back, or rather you're thinking about all the activities you want to do with your own person, and the only thing that's holding you back from doing this is your own fears of not being fully in control of the situation, because you understand that anytime you're making a large move and someone else is involved, you're going to have to release control. And I think at the end of the month, even though you have the opportunity to begin to take these steps to move at a distance, either I think it's going to be near water or somewhere that you have to take a plane there. Okay. I think at the end of the month, you're still going to be feeling burdened by making this decision, because there's a lot of there's people that you need to answer to about making this decision. Bosses, potentially ex-husbands or ex-wives, if you're moving with children, or even if your children would be staying where they are now. There's that. Okay. There's just this feeling. I keep getting this feeling of like you don't want to leave anybody behind, or rather you don't want anyone to think that you're abandoning them. However, I think that your own fears have you believing that that is happening, because there's these two characters that are facing backwards to each other. And I really feel this Queen of Cups is an aspect of you, Aries. I think that you've kind of, I think that previously you were really, really in your feelings. Like, I think prior you were being really reactionary with how you feel, but now in May, you have the opportunity to feel your feelings with clarity and also convey them to other people, so you can begin to make plans on how you're going to go about pursuing this new, like I think it's been on your mind for a while, this move, this progress, but now it's becoming real, and you're going to have to finally start making the actual plans to do it. What's up, Aries? Okay, so you saw that I had some messages for you prior to me laying the runes, but the runes are down now, and I want to officially thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you if it's your first, second, third time. Thank you to everyone that has liked, shared, subscribed my videos. It means more to me than I can ever explain. So in case it's your first time here, let me explain how the cards are set up. This is what Spirit is asking you to leave behind in Aries season and in April. This is the block that's being lifted by Spirit as we move into Taurus season and May. This is your energy. This is your energy, Aries, head, heart, and what is grounding you. Okay. This is your advice from Spirit on how to best navigate this energy. This is the most likely outcome as we, if we continue to ride this energetic wave. This is what is to come at the end of May. And this is your overall theme. So the runes definitely mirrored what I had been saying to you. So overall, I think what's on your mind this month and possibly what you're actually doing this month is a lot of movement, a lot of talking about moving, a lot of insights from Spirit about why you want to move, making plans to move, making plans. This could be making plans to move your home, your job. I'm feeling that most of you will be at a farther distance. Okay. Some of you may be moving for a better job or with your job. I don't feel like there's a lot of loss involved with this move. I think it's a move that you've been thinking about for a long time. Okay. And what has motivated you to make this move is that it's really what's going to make you happy. I don't think that you've been doing a lot of things that make you happy lately, Aries, and now is the time. P.S. Don't judge me for my robe. It's the Taurus new moon, so this is what y'all get today. All right, so what you're being asked to leave behind, the Six of Swords and the Devil, and the rune there is wisdom. And the wisdom rune was on the Devil. So you're wise enough to know that you need to leave the fear behind, right? The fear behind about moving, the fear behind about leaving behind the life that you've lived up until now. For some of you, it is also having the wisdom to know that fears only hold us back from growth. And that I think some of you also have maybe some behaviors that are almost insulting to the level of wisdom you actually have. And that has to go. Okay? If you want to move on with your life, because this is just general like movement. This is a lot of movement, okay? This is a very active energy. So this could be your mind is very active. You're setting off, I almost want to say rockets of desire. That's an Abraham Hicks thing. You're launching a lot of vibrational requests this month, Aries. You're like, you know what? I've been talking about this move, or I've been talking about setting myself free from this job or this friendship or this scenario or these surroundings. But now I'm finally changing the way I think, right? I'm changing my thoughts because my thoughts become things. I'm changing the way I think and setting off new rockets. Because the block that's being lifted for you this month, Aries, is the Queen of Cups. And the runes you have here, too, fell, is prosperity. Make sure I said that right. Yeah, prosperity and home. So some of you, I think for those of you that are moms, or potentially in a man that's in a one-parent household who plays the role of mother to their children, I think it's really important that you begin to have heartfelt conversations with the people that would be affected by this move, because there's a lot of prosperity in your home life through these moves. Because even if you're changing jobs or changing romantic relationships or changing locations within a state, any of that, it doesn't matter. Whatever change and move you've been wanting to make, Aries, it will bring a more prosperous home life. And I think it's very clear to me that there has been a lack of emotion in your home life, or rather a lack of stable, well-communicated emotion in your home life. And that has caused some discord in the past. And I think to bring about the prosperity, the stable home, the very abundant, lively home, a home that has growth, a home that is full of stimulation. In order to have that, you need to embody the energy of the Queen of Cups and really get in tune with how you feel and be honest. And there's also a need to be empathetic because, you know, you're, like I had said before, that you may be worried about feeling like you're abandoning somebody or somebody perceiving you as abandoned. But even if they get that impression when you first say, hey, like, I'm ready to make this move, that's why you need to be an empathetic listener and also speak from your own heart, Aries, because if you don't speak your truth, if you don't explain why you're making this move or, you know, what it means for you and why, you know, what possessed you to make that decision, if you don't share that openly in a non-aggressive manner, you know, they are going to feel abandoned. They are going to feel like you just left them for dead. So I think it's important that you, one, know how you feel. Be empathetic toward yourself. Tune in to what Spirit is telling you, that a prosperous home can and will be yours if you let go of fear and the old ways of living your life. But also extending that to the other people that will be affected by this change. That could be coworkers, children, I almost said siblings, roommates. Okay. Your energy for the month, I almost said Scorpio. So for those of you dealing with Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, okay. In your head, Aries, the Queen of Swords. In your heart, the Two of Cups. In your foundation, these cards popped out together, so I decided to leave them. The Chariot and the Nine of Cups. The runes, I moved them. Okay, I know it was standstill on the Chariot, and I believe, yes, this rune is success, and it was on the Two of Cups. So, you're finally looking at everything objectively this month, Aries. You're finally looking at the things that you've been allowing yourself to be bound by, because this is self-created. You have chosen to be bound by your fears, to be bound by outside circumstances. You're finally looking at that with a clear head, and you're realizing that this successful partnership, right, or this could be a union between you and you, right? You're realizing that this partnership can and will be successful because that's what's truly in your heart. And you're owed this prosperous home. Honestly, these Two of Cups could be the Queen of Cups inside of you and the Queen of Swords inside of you coming into a harmony. Because if you think about it, Aries, a woman who's confident in her feelings and also can hear other people as well as look at their feelings objectively and make logical decisions, really those two fused together could be the Queen of Wands. Right? Why not? Because the Queen of Wands is independent. She's courageous. She's bold. She goes after what she wants, but she's not doing it in a very brash manner, right? You know? So this could easily be in your heart. You're realizing that you need to unite both parts of yourself in order to go forward and really have the life that you've wanted. Also, like I had said before, a lot of you are doing this. The movement that you're wanting to make is to benefit a relationship in your life. Again, this could be familial. This could be a marriage. This could be a partner, a business partnership, a friendship. This could be you and your child. Okay. Now the rune standstill is on the Chariot, and like I had said, I don't think that most of you, if you're making a physical move in a home, will, especially at a distance, will move till August. This is the Cancer card as well. And it's the number 7, so some of you might happen in July. Okay, Cancer season, during Cancer season, which starts technically in June. But the thing about the Chariot, even though it's about movement and victory and progress and being able to move beyond just the lovers, right? The choice of which path to take. The Chariot chose, and they went on their journey. But that's the thing; it's a journey. So I think that you're still a lot of this movement, like I said, for those of you where the vacation thing resonated, that you'll have that movement. But the rest of you, I think, you know, you realize that you have to stay put right now in order to sort all this stuff out and have the movement later. Because when you look at these combined, it's literally like, it's like the dream, it's like the move of a lifetime. You know what I mean? The dream of a lifetime. Like, you're finally getting the opportunity to take that trip and make your dreams come true. Go after the opportunity of your dream, the relationship of your dream, just moving ahead and going for it. Okay? Really going for it. Some of you may not officially move till September as well. Spirit's advice. Page of Pentacles. The rune here is strength. So, first of all, you need to start taking baby steps towards this, actualizing this movement, actualizing this opportunity, actualizing this move into reality, okay? So I feel like this is your opportunity to take physical steps. Like, I think, like I had said before, I think you've been talking about it for a long time. You've been feeling it's what's best for you. But you haven't physically done anything that will get you there faster. Not in a while anyways, okay? Like, your job may know about it, but you never gave them a date on, like, when you're done, okay? So it's like, I feel like that is the kind of stuff that's coming up right now. Like, you're going to have to pick a date down in the future that you're going to definitely move. And that is going to empower you and empower your plans. Spirit is asking you to finally take some initiative and show the universe that you're serious about this. Like, are you about it, or are you not? You know? Because this relationship is going to be very successful, and you're going to have the prosperous home life, okay? Or the new home that you move to will provide you financial opportunity, and there will not be an issue there. So if money is what's holding you back, I'm kind of feeling like you might as well just hurry up and move, because, you know, it's not going to mess up your money. But you need to start co-creating with the universe. I think there's been a lot of, like, asking and talking, and then just when there's nothing that changes, you just complain. But you're going to change that this month. That's not happening anymore this month. And the outcome as of today is the Justice in the Ten of Wands. And the rune there is wealth. So again, I think you have all the tools you need to make this change happen. Everything, I think, will work out in your favor, Aries, as long as you continue, like I said, to share your empathetic side with other people, because they deserve it. Just like you want that from others, they also deserve it from you, okay? And for those of you waiting for some type of judgment, like from a boss, from a court system, from the IRS or anything like that, if that applied to you, I think it would have to do with money, right? Something to do with money. So if you're waiting for some type of ruling or justification about money, I think that you may get messages about it this month, but it may not fully resolve itself. Because again, this is the beginning stage of you actually putting forth effort out into the world and letting them know. So it's like, oh, you let your job know officially, hey, I'm not going to work, and I'm going to start working remotely instead of in the office starting August 1st. And you have to wait for them to email you back or set a meeting about if that's okay and what standards you'd have to follow if you were remote. So that has you feeling like really overwhelmed. I think that's you're realizing there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do to get your money in order. There's a lot to do to get all your licenses changed over, your addresses. Like, you're going through all of that kind of stuff. You're going through all that kind of stuff, okay? Yeah, let me just pull another card for in regards to what what Spirit is asking for advice. Spirit, give us more clarity on your advice for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So listen, Aries, like I said, you will be empowered by taking small steps towards actualizing this movement, because what fell out was the Fool. So you're taking steps towards something brand new, and you were previously extremely scared and kind of bound to your own fears to not take it. On the bottom of the deck is the Five of Crystals. You've been afraid because you feel like if you make this move, you're going to be alone or you're going to be broke. I really feel like a lot of you think you're going to be broke. But the reality is, this new opportunity, all right, it will take some time to get there, but it's everything you've been wanting, okay? The Sun. It's everything you've been wanting. And I had said before, I think a lot of you are either have spent a lot of time in the Sun or are moving towards the Sun. I think for those of you that are planning a physical move, you're moving towards the Sun. To the Sun and towards the water, okay? The Sun is a beautiful card. The Sun is our basically our dreams actualizing, right? And it's literally like, okay, I did all the work. I went through the cycles. I did the right things. I followed the paperwork. I cooperated with the universe. I showed them that I believe, and I changed my ways of thought. And now I get to have my pina colada and lay in my bathing suit for the next week, type of thing. You know what I mean? But it's not coming for a little while. But there is work for you to do right now. So stop worrying about whether or not it's going to be successful, okay? Because the success is imminent, but you have to take steps to help create it, because the universe can only give us the energy to create these scenarios. They can't actually physically manifest everything for us. And we also have to co-create with them on a mental level. So make sure that the messages you're sending out verbally, physically, vibrationally, emotionally, make sure they're in alignment with all the things that you want to manifest, Aries. Okay? And that is how you can cooperate and move this thing forward, even though the actual physical change will not come for a little while. All right? I love you all, and I hope you have a great month. Peace.